Right now at 5:30, we continue our coverage of Campaign 2018, and Jim DeFede, moderator of Facing South Florida, is back with us now. So, Jim, the president quick to weigh in on the races here in Florida.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things he did was he was really credited, and deservedly so, for getting Ron DeSantis elected. It was a tweet by the president. And so, of course, you would expect a follow-up tweet, not only congratulating DeSantis, but also congratulating himself on what a great job he did in terms of picking a candidate. And so that's what you sort of see there. Such a fantastic win for Ron DeSantis, you know, and the people of Florida. And congratulations to Governor Rick Scott. Again, you can expect to see the president down here, I think, a lot during this between now and November. What I'm not clear about is, while DeSantis will openly campaign with him, I think the governor is trying to place a little bit of distance between himself and the president. So it's going to be interesting to see that dynamic play out.
Do you think we'll see an apology from Ron DeSantis, or maybe saying, you know, maybe I used the wrong words?
You know, clearly it's going to be something he's going to have to address. The whole monkey things up comment, which was dumb, and I'll leave others to describe it in more harsh terms. He hasn't done an interview since, so he's got some cleaning up to do, that's for sure.
All right, you also spoke with Senator Marco Rubio about the results of last night's contest. What did he have to say? Yeah,
you know, it's really interesting because you sort of see this race both in terms of the microcosm of the 2020 presidential race and also the elements that let Andrew Gillum win. Here's what the senator had to say.
Politics today is a lot less about ideology and a lot more about the disconnect between the people who make our laws and the people that live underneath them. If you want to understand 2010, 2014, 2016, and I believe future elections, you have to understand that there's an enormous gap between what public policy elites, people in government, the media, and academia are focused on, and what everyday people care about. And they're not lined up. And so I think there's a sense across the American political spectrum that the people in office spend all their time fighting for things that don't matter in the real world. And the things that matter in the real world aren't getting enough attention. And so they want to send people that are going to blow it up, that are basically going to force change in the status quo. And the more the established figures in politics attack you, the stronger it makes you in the eyes of people that want to see something different.
I think that what he said is true on both the Republican and Democratic side. It explains Donald Trump, and it explains Bernie Sanders, and it now explains Andrew Gillum.
All right, so we understand what the problem is here, but we're going to see it play out. We're going to see more of these attack ads. We're going to see more of this harshness, but from one side and the other.
You are, and I think you're going to see some real key issues. We've never had a campaign where the divisions between the candidates were so clearly spelled out. You know, Ron DeSantis voted against Obamacare. You know, Andrew Gillum wants Medicare for all. You can go down the list, every single item. I think you're going to see some big issues in this race. A lot of them to be discussed. Race is going to be a factor. I think it's going to be both substantive and trivial at the same time.
And not a lot of common ground.
No common ground between.
Oh boy. Thank you, Jim.